Are we gonna do an interview?
Right now?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm game no matter what.
Interview with a system administrator?
Yeah, that'll work.
Interview with a system administrator.
Me,
I mean
me,
loser.
me, me.
I mean system administrator.
Me,
I mean a loser.
Me. I'm just getting my voice
guy.
ready. Hey, how's it going?
This guy.
Right here.
This guy.
Right here, me?
This guy.
Wait a minute.
Chris Davis. Yeah.
Hey,
Real cute.
how's it going?
Real cute.
Oh, it's gonna be backwards though. Look.
Yeah,
Look,
that'll be
it is.
fine.
No, it's
people will
reversed.
read it.
It's reversed.
They'll understand.
Okay.
These people are smart.
I
They'll
know.
be okay.
I wasn't the one saying they were. I think it was you.
No. I don't know. Whatever.
We should
Man.
probably cut that out.
No, it'll be good.
All right.
It'll be good. Anyway, I did a video a couple weeks ago about interviewing a system administrator, and that's this guy here, Chris Davis with PC Addicts.
What's up?
And you guys have heard me talk about him before. Some of you know who he is. Some of you may not know who he
That
is.
could be not a good thing. People that don't.
Yeah, probably not. They always ask, "Where's Chris Davis at? Whatever happened to Chris Davis? How come he doesn't go on YouTube anymore?"
You never really have nice things to say either.
Well, that's because
I mean, I can show you all the messages you post.
I know.
I'm even like, hey, Zach, I'm supporting your channel and I'm watching your videos and I really like. I'm trying to engage with you and your audience, and then you're like, you're just a stupid jerk face.
That's true. That's because everybody misses you, and they're like, "Where's Chris Davis? How come he doesn't do YouTube anymore?" And I'm like, "Well, Chris Davis is a loser. That's why he doesn't do YouTube anymore."
I got it. I understand. I don't want to.
Yeah.
We can change that subject now.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I work with this guy.
Yeah, let's go.
He's a system administrator at the hospital that we work for.
One of them.
One of the system administrators. That's true. We have two.
Dos.
Why don't you tell people about you first of all? You know how you got into the IT and how long you've been working in IT.
Okay, cool. I've been working in IT for I don't even know how long, but because I'm bad at math and like trying to figure out. I know, right? You're an IT guy. You're not good at math.
I did a video on that though.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure I put a comment on there.
You need to be good at math to work in IT? Do you need to be good at math to work in IT,
Nope.
Chris?
No, not at all. Trust me, man. Woo, man. So anyways, back in the day when Commodore 64 was out, my mom we used to get the magazine for Commodore 64, and like in each what do you call that, subscription or version or whatever that comes out? Issue. There'd be like a new game you could program, and they give you all the code, and it's not like readable code. It's like you better put in. It makes no sense code. But she used to pop it in the Commodore all the time, and I'd get a new free game. But like back then, I think that's when I started getting into computers. Not hardcore, but that was just like, the beginning of it. And
what year was that?
Why you ask me that hard question, man?
People like to know these things.
Well, it was whenever Commodore 64 was out, and like I'm sure people can Google that, or I can Google it later. I guess I can Google it now. Stand by. When was Commodore 64 popular? She's not sure. It's so old.
Siri.
So, make fun of Siri. She's my girl. I was a young kid. Anyways, I think I really started getting
How
into.
old were you?
Oh my god. Well, if I knew that, I could figure out what year that was. I was young. I don't know. I was not prepared for this interview. I thought
That's the whole point.
Oh. What? And see, I'm giving you the real life.
Right.
The real life drama.
Real life. Yeah.
Okay, I can figure out these timelines now. So, I moved here about 10 years ago to the Midwest. Before that, I was in California. I worked there for about 10 years at a place called Konica Minolta Business Solutions. Was fixing copiers and doing some of their, like connecting the printers up to the networks and all that stuff. So 20 years ago. Wow, that's 20 years ago, man. 20 years ago, well, probably not fully 20 years ago, but some odd years ago, like, I don't know, we've always had computers at the house, and then like, I was always into them and all that stuff. And like, I remember my dad had the 486 DX266. It was like, I don't know why it sticks in my head, but I think we upgraded to that thing. That was pretty badass. Encyclopedia came on disc, man. I remember that. It was cool. We had encyclopedias, and like, we didn't have to have those anymore. Not like I read them because I'm not a very smart guy, but like we were able to put that on the computer, which was pretty sweet. But anyways, hey, I had a couple cups of coffee. Woo, man. So, what else happened then? Oh, so computers. And then
you were working for Konica.
Yeah, thank you. I needed that. Working there, and then at some point, they started having us technicians being involved with the businesses network team and server teams and all that stuff, so that way we can help connect up the printers and scanners and all that stuff to their networks. And then they're like, the company's like, hey guys, if you want a little raise, and you can go get your A+ and your N+. So I did that. I studied on my own there real quick and got those 2 certs. And I mean, I'd say around that time, which was probably 99-ish. God, why do I remember that now? I think it was around 99 I got my A+ and N+. And around that time I really started getting hardcore into computers. But it was all just, wasn't for a job. It was just because I enjoyed it. Then got into gaming, and my kids were into gaming, and programming a little bit for websites and all that. I mean, that's a real generalization of my timeline. Now, I don't know how I ended up where I'm at now. I do actually. Am I talking a lot? I'm talking a lot.
That's the whole point.
So,
that's the
okay.
entire point.
So, okay, let's keep going. So then we moved out from California to the Midwest out here. Before we did that, I got an interview. I lined up an interview with a company. It was a copier company, but they needed a server admin guy to cover for a server administrator position at a college out in Iowa. So I said, yeah, and I was totally not prepared for that at all. I mean, like, I was not a server guy. I was not a server guy at all. But I don't know how I guess I faked it till I made it. But I sat in that role and learned a lot in a short amount of time. Then they finally hired a server admin guy probably a year and a half later. And then I said, see you later to that company. And it took a lower paying job to be a technician, just from a server admin to a technician. But it was a little bit closer to home, and I just wanted that experience, because I didn't really have experience out in the workforce in the computer industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I helped a little bit put a printer on a network, whoop-de-doo. But so then I was a technician for a real short time at a school district until that it was just me and the tech director that worked there, and he was kind of the server guy. He bailed after 6 months, and I became the tech director, interim tech director for a while, and then I didn't want to do that anymore, so I got a better paying job at a place I don't want to mention. you know what I'm talking about.
I keep my mouth shut.
All right, and I was kind of like their server network guy for companies around the area and stuff. And then I finally applied at the hospital where this guy works now, and I just applied. I was just applying to be a tech there, and so I was a tech there for a few years, 4 years. When did I become a sysadmin? I don't know. So I was a tech at the hospital for 3 or 4 years, and then my position changed a little bit there, and then Zach helped me kind of get back into the tech side of things, and helped me secure my position there as a sysadmin. So, sysadmin, a lot of the stuff I learned, probably 100% of it is all just self-taught. Schooling for this stuff, I don't have any. I probably have a Microsoft Office thing from 1999, 2000 or something. You know what I mean? Something really old.
What, an A+ and an M+ from 99, which...
Well, that, and then I think I have Microsoft Office stuff from back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just took a couple courses, but I mean, really, that's the extent of it. It's just my passion for this stuff is crazy. Where I set up servers at my house. I built some NASs at the house out of just junk hardware. You know what I mean? I had a bunch of old drives mismatched and everything set up in RAIDs and stuff. But I built a VM environment and did that on purpose. I set up domain controllers. I broke them on purpose in an environment where I had DHCP servers, DNS servers, and there's Eagles that
there was one
there
over
too.
There. There was, I saw one.
Sweet. At the stop sign, must have left. But I purposely built a bunch of servers all the time and then broke them. And I set the whole house up in a domain environment, so that way it's kind of like a pretend environment. If I break something, I better fix it. Otherwise, my wife's gonna be pissed because she can't log in and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? So I was forced to break stuff and fix it. Still, it doesn't really prepare you fully, but I mean that helped a lot for what I do today. A lot. Anyways, yeah. And then of course I learned a lot from our other sysadmin and the other ones that used to be there. I mean, we all help and share share information, and we we're all striving for the same goal there. In the text, we try to include all the texts and all the projects and all the other stuff that we do, so that way they learn and have the opportunity to move up as well. But the rest is history, man. Like, that's pretty much it. It's me in a nutshell.
You in a nutshell.
It's long.
It's you in 13 minutes. I'm just kidding.
That was a long time, man. I did a lot of talking. I mean, people are probably like, man, you gotta shut that guy up. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
So, yeah, what other questions you got? What do you got?
No, you kind of answered you answered one of them basically by saying your experience, how you got your experience.
All right.
You were certified a long time ago.
Long time ago. Oh, and about the certifications. So what else? Can I take over this thing again? So about the certification thing, you know, I know he's talked about it before, and there's pros and cons on both sides, but my general feeling is if I'm hiring somebody for like a sysadmin position, I'm not looking for certifications. Me personally, I'm not looking for that. When I was a tech director and I was in charge of hiring techs and stuff, I didn't care what kind of cert you had. I cared about the passion and the personality. If I'll ask you some tech questions to get a feel for how you answer them, and I'll get a feel for what you know and what you don't know. But certification is just means that, yeah, it proves that you're disciplined enough to go through with that course. So it does help, but that's not my primary thing. I don't want to work with somebody that's certified that doesn't have a passion, doesn't really care, and doesn't really want to be there. I'd rather work with somebody who's brand new, really wants to learn, and will soak in the information. Soak up the information. Sorry, go ahead.
So if somebody was looking to be a system admin,
okay,
and what would you recommend that they, start doing to,
move that direction?
Yeah, move that down that path.
Well, first of all, I hope you have a passion for it, because I know he says it in his videos all the time. It's constantly changing, constantly evolving. The technology, I can't even keep up with the technology anymore. Like, I don't know how you guys do. I mean, you do it better than I do, but have a passion for it. If you have that passion, find some old equipment. Talk to school districts. Say, hey, you want to donate an old server to me and maybe some, switches and all this stuff? Set it up at your house. You can Google everything. YouTube has everything. I mean, not just YouTube, but you can even purchase. I did do this. VTC, virtualtrainingcenter.com. It's now VTC.com. I paid for some subscriptions there, and I learned a lot of stuff there. But I taught myself. You know what I mean? Like, I spent the money, I did it at home or in the mornings and stuff like that. I learned some things there. I would say get some equipment, build yourself some servers, break them, try to pretend like you're setting up a business for the first time. Like, your cousin is opening up a business, a tire shop, and they want you to set up a domain. Pretend it's that, you know what I mean? Set up a bunch of stuff at your house and just break it and then reset it up from scratch again.
So a lot of people kind of assume they are going to like get a certification or get like a degree,
mm-hmm.
and then they're going to be like a system admin like right away.
Like a bachelor degree and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is. In my experience, I don't. That's very difficult. I mean, I'm sure there's those special situations where that might happen, but do you really want that to happen? See, like me, I think that if you go to school 4 years or however long it takes to get the degree stuff, like, that doesn't prepare you for the real world. You know what I mean? Like, that's the book world, which is not bad. It's good, and I'm sure, like, if I went to school, I'd probably be much better than I am now. But you need that real world experience. You need to plan mentally. You need to plan for, you're going to start as a tech, and really look at these trees here. You start as a tech, and you need to work your way up. Doesn't mean that it's going to take you 10 years to do that. It could be 6 months. Like me, when I went to the school district, I was a tech for like 6 months until the dude left, and I was forced to be the guy. I had to do it. I had no choice. I mean, I guess I could have quit. But, like, don't plan on a degree actually guaranteeing anything. Oh, there's 2 eagles right there, dude.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
Big one.
You could probably get a good shot. You have. They're pretty close too. Oh, roll that down.
Good.
That's a big one.